I don't know what happened. Like, I thought Andy, Dan, Matt, and I were all voting Delaney, and I haven't figured out who flipped yet. So I'm shocked that Dan went home. So I'm glad it's not me, because I honestly thought it was me.
And unfortunately, I had a really, really good connection with Dan. I wanted to go for Andy, so that round is kind of a little scramble right there.
So yeah, I'm still like, my head's kind of spinning trying to figure it out.
Dan and Andy approached me and Mary Ellen saying that they wanted to take one of the girls out because they are very good at challenges and have played a better game than Andy has apparently. I like those two girls a lot, and I love Mary Ellen, and so I didn't know what to do. And so in line, I told Mary Ellen to play her shot in the dark.
I'm pretty confident that Matt didn't lie. We're pretty tight, and he's pretty honest with me. We've had each other's back, and like I said, he was the one that told me to use my shot in the dark, so he must have got wind that they were possibly voting for me. Obviously, that didn't happen. So I'm thinking Andy flipped. And voted out Dan, which I'm kind of surprised because I thought they were going to be tight to the end. So yeah, I'm pretty shocked.
And I told Delaney and Jess that I'm voting for Dan and that Mary Ellen won't have her vote because she's playing the shot in the dark. And so I think that last second little maneuver really mattered. And I feel terrible because I actually really like Dan, and I had told him that I would love to keep going to the potentially end of the game with him, and we had really good conversations. I didn't want him to go here, but I feel like those two girls being threats in other people's eyes would be good for me going to the next round, and now I just feel like I saved the two of them and Mary Ellen, kind of.
I got from Matt that Andy was gunning for Delaney, so I think Matt convinced Mary Ellen to use her shot in the dark so that we would have the majority of the votes, and blindsided Dan. I want to go to the end with Delaney. I've had a strong bond with Matt, I have a strong bond with Matt as well, but it was a strong bond with Dan since we started, but I've also had a strong bond with Delaney since we started. I think Dan thought that the bond with me was stronger than mine with her. So I don't think that they saw that coming, and based on Andy's reaction and Dan's reaction, that they definitely did not.
Do we have any chance of working together?
I was very honest when I was saying that I feel great about you. I just know that we haven't had like the longest connection in this game.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think it would be really dumb to not consider each option each round.
Yeah.
And so there's definitely a chance to work together.
Yeah, what would you see that looking like?
I don't know. Part of me did agree with what you were saying about the two of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, it's Elliot. Do you remember me?
The other part of me was like, I can't win any immunity challenges, and if they're good at them, I'd rather people that are threats stay, and that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
I also recognize that I feel like 6 is very different than 5, and 5 is very different than 4.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And I kind of wanted to at least do one thing, and then if you can do it.
Did a great thing. It was
another thing next
round.
round.
The reaction, like that was, yeah.
It was a reaction, yeah.
Like, gonna pee my pants. That was really nerve-wracking. I've been shaking since we just finished up the tribal council. 2 votes were put on me, but Mary Ellen played her shot in the dark, which took her vote out. So the only votes that mattered was Matt and Jess and I's. So that's what ultimately saved me. The next tribal council is the next time I can use my idol. So I kept it in my bag this one, and that was like the biggest gamble. But I don't know, I just felt to do it, and it worked out. So I was just trying to trust my instincts, and it worked. So let's go.
I was very honest when I said that if you're going to keep winning meetings, I want you here.
Yeah.
I recognize that I didn't really solidify that round, but the sentiment was there, so.
Yeah. Well, I know that those two are going to come.
And this is a gun challenge, and you're good with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I completely understand if y'all want to, continue to work with them. But
I want to get to the
also
game.
completely open to working with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no intentions
Like,
of taking either of them.
Okay.
I don't want to be there with either of them.
I think
When
I
say
vote for
taking
you, to be honest, so that would be helpful, to have them off.
And so, that's I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Like, they're gonna stick together.
Yeah. If Andy doesn't have immunity, he is a huge threat. So I know that's who Matt and I are going to go for. So that's my plan.
Mary Ellen, everybody's been like, will you flip on Matt? And she's just to the whole group like, no. And I'm like, you can't say that. But I do think that her saying that has helped keep our 2 votes as a locked 2 votes. So if people have one of us, they have the other of us. And that really helped us the past few rounds.
We've been voting together this whole time. We've stuck together. We're the last 2 of the Miko tribe. So, and we're hoping to still stick together to the end.
I don't know.
You're my number one.
I think, like saying this on camera is weird because Jess is my number one. I really think that's
Jess will vote for you. I want it to be a fair fight at the end.
Yeah, I do too. And I think Jess and I play a similar game.
She'll respect yours a lot.
And we honestly, like, her and I, like, battle out to do end challenges a lot of the time.
I need you guys both here to beat Andy next.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely do not trust Andy right now. I think our 4 since what felt like a 4 since a few tribals ago was Matt, Jess, Mary Ellen, and I. And I think Matt and I want to go to the end together. Jess and I also want to go to the end together, but I think she would be a good vote for me, and I would be a good vote for her. Mary Ellen would be a good vote for Matt, and Matt would be a good vote for Mary Ellen. And so I think looking at it in that way, Matt and I think it would be fair play to just take each other to the end, have our votes on the jury, and just have a fair verbal, not fight, but a fair chance, I guess, together to see what happens. And I adore him, but I adore all of them. So it's tricky, but it's just getting more exciting. So.
We need Mary Ellen here too for the guns.
Yeah, I think that's the 4, and like that's what I felt confident.
Yeah, and then in that 4, you're my 1.
Yeah.
The same reason.
That's why I say
Mary Ellen will vote for me, Just will vote for you,
exactly.
Whatever happens.
Exactly.
Cool.
Fair game.
I think to win Surviving Maine, it would solidify the confidence and like what I knew I had in me. Because going into it, like I knew that this was a game that I could play, just because of different skills and events that have happened in my life. I was like, yeah, like this makes sense, and I'm comfortable in the woods. I'm comfortable playing games. I'm comfortable with people. I have been like studying politics a little bit more. I've been studying puzzles a little bit more. So I feel like all these different areas, I'm like, no, I think this is a game for me. But my lack of confidence in a lot of like my decisions in my own life, I think has held me back a little bit. And so I wanted to take everything I know and apply it to something like real time and see how my decision-making process happens on like at a faster pace instead of making a choice like with a job or in a social situation outside where sometimes those things don't play out or you don't really see the end result for a little bit. And whereas this, it's like you have to be on it all the time and really trust your gut. And I've been telling everyone I'm like, I think I lead with apology first a lot of times and like it's almost like when I state things that I know to be true, it's almost like I'm asking for permission to state those things. And I just like don't want to move forward in my life doing that. I just turned 27 and like one of my big goals is, but I was like, I just want to like just move forward, like just like confident in who I am and like knowing that like I'm just like I'm really smart and like I know what I'm doing and I need to like trust myself a little bit more. And I think I needed this. Like I do a lot of survival stuff on my own. Like I camp and I do like a lot of winter camping just to see how far I can make it and how far I can hike, how long I can stay in the woods, how cold I can get. Like I love doing all that stuff, but I can do that separately. And then I socialize in like normal social settings and I feel like I have those down, but there's just something that needed to click for me. And I feel like this was just perfect. And yeah, I want to like embody the badassness that I know that I already am and
have like a little title that goes along with it to like really solidify that. And yeah, it's just for me. I just want to make myself really proud.
If I were to win this game, I would be so proud of myself. I only started watching Survivor during the pandemic. And it was like during a time where I like really needed it.
My ex had OCD, and the way that she described it was like pretty similar. Where she's like, I just created a problem that like was not even there, and it's the only thing I can think about, and it honestly doesn't even exist.
No, truly, yeah. And it takes up your entire...
What a brain prison.
Yeah, it takes up your entire, like, thought. Like, you're trying to get something done, and, like, while that's happening, you're, like, punching away a thought that, like, you can't get out of. I think the metaphor of surviving was really important to me. And I just feel really validated that I've been slaying. Like, I got here and I've just straight up killed it the whole time. So even if it, like, ends right now, I'm just really proud of myself. But to win it would be, like, really cool.
Whose game do you want to destroy? Whose day do you want to ruin? Nobody's.
What advantages do you
I know my answers are always short, and I try to elaborate, but I'm not good with like speaking, and I'm not good with the camera in my face. I'm gonna look back, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, that was a dumb answer. That was a dumb answer. Because when I come back, I'm like, oh my God, I guess I should have said this. I should have said that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bad with constantly speaking.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the Miko tribe forever, so I kept calling us Azaban and then Green, and I was like, it sounds bad, and I kept calling them Green.
Well, I couldn't remember Azaban, so I'd say Great Tribe, Great Tribe. Yeah. And now what's our tribe name?
Abateki.
Abateki.
It's not a
I was
real
like,
word.
oh my goodness.
I misremembered the tribe.
I think it makes it better. I think that makes it, because now it is made up for us.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good. It's like it sounds like it could be real.
It does.
Yeah.
Totally does.
It might be.
Yeah.
What they say is Abenaki.
Right, but there could be an appetite.
That's true. That's true.
All right, Andy, I'll take back the immunity idol.
Goodbye, my friend.
All right, for our next challenge, we're going to be using slingshots to hit clay pigeons that will be on those stands. Each of you will have 3 clay pigeons. First one to break all 3 wins immunity. Also, in between the stands that the clay pigeons are on is a glass jar. If you break the glass jar, you get to get and keep what's inside the glass jar. Any questions?
So we're breaking our own.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you break somebody else's, it counts for them.
Right.
So, all right, let's get going.
They have to be completely broken.
Like in half, not just the whole. Yeah.
But like a top off is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the BB gun challenge. All right, Andy drew the number 1 wood cookie, so Andy, you're up first. Remember, you don't have to pull the elastics very hard. All right, who's number 2? Matt's up. Yep.
I was like, oh, I'm a slingshotter. I'm not.
I'd say kill it.
Ooh.
Matt hit the glass. Didn't break, but hit it.
Flirting with it.
Delaney's up. Just make sure you're behind the spool. Delaney made contact with the board. I can show you. I should have shown you earlier. You put your hand through and do it. If you want to do it another way, you can, but. Phew.
I'm looking at that like, no, that's not right. That's not right. Poking my eye, shoot my eye out again. Oh, no, I guess I didn't do that right. Walking all over the place, yeah.
Definitely a learning curve, yeah. Andy breaks his first clay pigeon.
Yep.
So if it's broken, it's broken. If it's not broken, it goes back up. What do we think about this?
Whose was it?
Jess, getting closer. Hard shot from Jess, but no contact. Andy hits his and breaks it. And he wins individual immunity. And Andy wins individual immunity for the second time. I meant second time in a row. Third time this game. All right, Andy, come get the necklace again. There you go. All right, we're gonna give you just a little bit of time to strategize, and then we're gonna head back to Tribal Council.
Tribal immunity with a shooting challenge. which Andy won again, unfortunately. And now we're kind of putting the pieces together how it will lay. So unfortunate, that was a shooting challenge. I know. I'm like, damn, you want to keep it.
Well, here we are. I'm in the final four. I assume, like, unless something crazy happens and then, like, someone's allowed to take this, but I'm not gonna Rickenback it. I'm hanging on to this. My good friend. Should have named. No, don't give it a name. They don't get too attached.
I'm not going home. So, we can have it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Can I try the slingshot now? Yeah, just slingshot. I wanted to get in line.
I
want in on this.
It's broken in the back.
We're running a separate challenge. You're gonna call out who you are. I'll be there.
I just want to know how hard I'm taking.
Oh, okay, that's okay. We'll just pick it.
Liza, I broke that.
Did you?
You broke the glass?
It's broken in the back.
Oh. That's broken out the back.
How do we know that she did it?
No one else is claiming to have done it.
She claimed it first.
I was the only one to shoot at it.
We have to watch a video.
Okay, so we just had our immunity challenge and with the slingshots. Andy took the win with the clay pigeons, but there was a part of the game where if we break the glass jar, this is inside of it, and we would just get to keep whatever's inside. I went for the glass jar after my first shot to my clay pigeon. I realized I didn't get it, so I figured instead of trying to get 3 down, I might as well just hit 1 and have that be the jar. But I didn't think I hit it. And then as we were walking back, Andy and I noticed that the jar was broken in the back. And he was very, very kind to say something because he didn't have to. I noticed a break, but I noticed a crack. He noticed the break. So they rolled the tapes back, and they saw that when I hit it and knocked a bunch of the clay pigeons down, that's when the jar broke. So I'm going to read this. Okay, it says, final tribal will be at final 3. Plan your strategy with this concrete knowledge. Good luck. So I had a feeling it was going to be final 3, so I don't know if this totally switches up my strategy. I think it just solidifies who I want to take if I have that choice to take somebody. I think I want to definitely take Jess and Matt and see what we can do.
That's so nice.
I know. He's obviously going to both of them, myself or Delaney.
Yes, he already told me that.
Did he tell you which one?
Nope. So I have to have a one-on-one with him. I was hoping he'd start off.
So iron out which one and make him feel good about it.
Okay.
All right.
Slay.
Yeah. All right.
So we're at Final 5 right now, and we're all having individual chats with each other around this open mosquito field. I mean, I said, I assume you're going to win this. I would love to have that, you know?
I mean, I honestly feel like, yeah.
I mean, if Delaney just got something, that's an option.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the same things I said before are reasons why I think they're overall threats. That still stands.
I mean, I'm sitting here. I know I'm on an island.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah. If I don't win these things, I feel like I'm in trouble. I know, and I don't begrudge anyone. I feel like I've become the target. I tried to sell that I'm not a target. Nobody's buying. So I feel like I just have to keep winning these immunities. I think that, trying to take out the people who can, are the ones who can kind of compete with me in these things. Delaney has had the most time with the most people on the journey.
Yeah.
Like
but do you think
every single
that
person she's met every single person except for Stephanie on the jury.
It's true.
Right?
Same with Will when they came to merge. They were the ones who met everyone on there.
Yeah.
And that's like obviously huge. I also like, I mean, this is like my first like game. Like I don't know how to a final tribal council works.
Yeah.
Like I want to like try it. I also agree that like it would be fun to have like a fair fight type of thing. But I just, every round I'm taking as it comes. But I do see what you're saying about Delaney. It's why I was heavily considering it when we first talked last
I
round.
mean, like, just like got really strategic mind. Like,
I know.
I mean, honestly, I wish that I could take credit for more in this game.
Yeah.
Lenny and Jess were the ones who came to me. They were the ones who came to me.
Andy approached me right before this challenge, being like, I'm probably going to win this one. Do you want to work together? And I was like, that's pretty badass. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's cool, good. And he told me that he wanted to split up Jess and Delaney because they are all-around threats.
I mean, are you and Marianne like...
I don't think we're going to vote for each other.
Yeah. But I mean, do you think that you're going to do the same plans? Because I could like... They always together they can count for you.
What's going on?
We're just chatting.
Chatting. What's the plan?
What do you think? I mean, at this point, I know they were gonna gun for me.
Yeah.
I understand if you gun for me, right? But no guns are pointing my way this time.
Right. You got immunity.
So,
Yeah, you did good. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't win immunity, so here we go, back to tribal. So I'm still nervous, because anything can happen. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the last tribal council, because I don't know how Dan got voted out, because I thought we got in Delaney.
Delaney hinted, she said, like, I'm not going home this time. But, that's what you say, right?
Right.
You,
I mean, you want to be positive. And,
That's scary.
Yeah.
Does she have idol maybe?
I don't know.
She hasn't said nothing to me, so I know her and Jess are pretty tight, so unless they know something we don't. And they possibly could.
I feel like those two are tight, right?
Yeah.
They're tight.
They're, like, so if they're making it to the end, only one of the three of us is making it.
I know.
Right.
And if they both have...
all the three of us make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Andy and Mary Ellen might be voting for Delaney because they don't fully believe she has an idol, which is dumb because I told them both they did. She did.
Hey, Delaney. For some light reading.
Oh, boy.
So, pretty simple.
Oh,
Final tribal will be
wow.
at final 3. Plan your strategy with this concrete.
So there's a final 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you pointed it out. That's very polite.
Yeah.
And that's
Where was
nice.
it?
That's nice
I
of you to share
saw a
back. That
crack
was in the...
and you saw the break, so I was like, all right.
Oh, you were the first one, so you would have saw it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a feeling, but...
Honestly, I couldn't, like, I was like, the final 2 is an option. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I think
Final 4 would have been pretty interesting.
I know.
I mean, there's no reason that Delaney would want me in this game. I honestly, like, if she's at the end, even with the narrative of I'm the guy to beat, if she still gets there, I don't think I'm going to win. So, but I think that she probably appreciates that I'm going to be a big competition, like at least a pretty big competition for her. So there's no reason to trust her. So at this point, like, I trust this little bug and no one else. That's it.
I just burned it because I was just standing over there. It's a final 3. It said the final tribal will come down to a final 3, so plan your strategy accordingly.
Okay, so that's 2 out.
So it's 2. Yeah. Which I had a feeling, and I showed all of them too.
Yeah.
So just...
So if we... Well then, is your idol valid after this? No.
No, I'm playing it tonight.
Okay.
I'm playing it tonight.
Right. So then we have the
Right
votes
now.
we have the votes on Marianne on the 3 of us.
Yep.
And then the 2 of them vote you. And
Yeah.
it's played. Marianne goes home.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you, me, and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm solid with that.
Wonderful.
I want to sit next to you. I
Yeah.
want to sit next to Matt. I want to,
And
I'm
like,
like, I'm good with that.
Yes.
Like, fair game after
Yeah.
that. Like, I don't know.
I was still hoping that one was
right when you said, like, go for Matt's thing, I was like, why didn't we strategize? Like, we're all just, like, going after our own, and we're up against this friggin' game.
Once 20 was dropped, I was like, damn, yeah. But
I know. That's okay. It's okay. I feel like
I think we're all right. Right?
plan as long as he doesn't get anything.
Right.
Okay. I have no idea what's in his brain.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think he's running pretty, I don't know if he's running pretty slowly, but it feels like it. I think he's on the outs after
Right.
the last one. So.
Right. I mean, he knows the target's on him.
Yeah. So, yeah. I still think Delaney's the strongest player, the second strongest player, so we got to go for her, but her and Jess are pretty tight. So I'm not sure if I can get Jess to flip, but I'm going to try my magic and we'll see what happens.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I definitely don't want to. I'm not writing Matt's name down. We're pretty tight. And I know he's had my back. So I want to have his back to the end.
Whose name do you want to write down? And if you can be honest, if you want to write me down.
Oh, God. I don't want to write either one of you. I was hoping we wouldn't have to do that. I was thinking Delaney because she's the next strongest. She is strong, but... And I think she can get jury votes because she's so social and she's just all around an awesome person. Right. So I definitely think she'd get jury votes. What are you thinking? Like your thoughts? I know this is sucks.
I know. I'm processing everything because I'm afraid it's me. So I'm like, if you go Delaney, I go Delaney, and Andy goes Delaney, then Delaney goes home.
Right.
I told Mary Ellen to go Delaney since it seems she will not put Matt's name down. She feels like Matt has had her back and she wants to support that, and I support that.
I'm thinking it's gonna have to be Delaney, as much as it sucks, because I know you guys are tight too.
I mean, at this point, it's like, what is tightness when you have so many limited options?
Right. Yeah.
You know? So.
I just can't let him win the next one. Since maybe we can get him out then.
Yeah.
It would be real bad. Oh, Final three.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that would be freaking amazing. Yeah, it would be. It'd be perfect. So we gotta, I don't know if he's good on puzzles or not.
I think he is.
He is.
He's good on puzzles. Yeah. I think he's good at everything.
Yeah, he's just an all-around good competitor.
He's got all the charisma, you know.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go see if they pick their brains.
Okay. So I'm going along with that, offering up Delaney, and hoping that the numbers just stay on our side.
But, I mean, if I have to vote for Mary Ellen, like, again, I know it's coming in this game.
Yeah.
And if it comes to that, like, just let me know. Because I think she'd respect if I voted for her instead of, like, not her thinking I didn't tell her or something if I didn't know, you know?
Okay.
So I would just like that at least. But I'm open to it if we have to, and I'd prefer to not.
Right.
You also could be in danger.
Right. But if me, you, and Matt vote Mary Ellen,
Yeah.
we're good.
I think we should just go with that.
Yeah.
That feels right.
Right. So. All right. Okay. If the numbers stay on our side, then Mary Ellen should be going home tonight.
I think Matt knew at some point he might have to vote out Mary Ellen to secure a vote on jury. And because they've just had such a strong bond this whole time, so that makes sense. And Jess and I want to keep going together. Matt and I want to keep going together. And Andy's an obvious threat, so we're going to shoot for Mary Ellen and then try to get Andy out in the next round. And we'll see from that. So I still have my idol, though, so I'm going to be playing that next round. Or at this tribal, I'll be playing that just to make sure there's no shadiness. And I don't think I'll be playing it for anyone else. So between... No.
Good on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw some more fireworks.
Yeah. Have you shared that information with anyone other than Matt?
he insinuated that is that the word? Insinuated? Yeah. That he knew? But no, nothing like clear.
No,
Okay. Sweetness. So.
I mean, there was like speculation.
Right.
Like who might have a vote.
Right.
Who can we vote for?
Right.
But,
Right. Okay. Okay.
But,
okay. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I feel like you didn't even actually tell me that. You just said you were going.
Yeah. I feel. I don't know. Did I just screw the pooch again? What am I doing?
No. Yeah.
Screwing all the pooches. I'm ready.
Delaney made overtures that she has something that will keep her safe this time. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping to like kind of have a, I feel like there's always a problem when a group of people makes the decision that one person's the big target. Because what it does is it also says if you don't get that person out, you failed at your task, you failed at the thing you're supposed to do. And hopefully, like, in the minds of the jury, that will translate to this person is the best person.
Because I told him I wasn't going home, and then he was like, save an idol, and I agreed, and he goes, oh, so you did? And I was like, fuck, yeah. But I told him to go and marry him, and that's it.
I think Delaney might have an idol.
Who?
Delaney. Really? Because right before this last vote, after I was like, I'm not voting for her, Mariella.
Yeah.
I heard Delaney right behind with Jess. And Jess was like, are you gonna be right?
Unless they did that on purpose, though. They could have just did that so they knew you heard.
So
but I know Jess is telling Delaney that I'm going to vote for her. It sucks because I really don't want to vote for her. I want to vote for Andy. I mean, what did Andy say? What's he leaning towards voting?
Andy wants to vote out Jess. Because Delaney has something he thinks too.
Yeah.
And if he also thought she had something, and that was separate from my thing I heard, I'm a little nervous to go for her if that would happen. And we also need somebody to maybe beat Andy next round or hurt him. Like, I want them to go at each other.
Right.
And if one of us wins,
right. Oh, true.
We just need to get to fucking next round.
I know. Yeah.
I want one of us in the end if we can't both be.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, Peter Tribe would be so proud of us.
I think, unless Andy's fucking us over, which he could be.
He could be.
Unless he's fucking us over, I think he's voting for Jess.
Jess. Yeah. And you think we should keep Delaney? Delaney's a strong.
She's scary, but so is Andy.
Yeah.
And I just need them to go at each other and then us play our best case at the end.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people in the jury that they don't know about. Like we met people there.
Right.
And there's people that we don't, so we're not the biggest threat right now, which is good. But like, it's a winnable fight.
Right. We can do this.
So things can change pretty quickly, I guess.
Jess Jess is funny. Like, Jess is so like warm and sweet, but then when it's time to vote, is like a stone cold killer.
I love Jess, but she's a huge threat, and I'm more connected to Delaney, and I would feel better with Delaney winning than Jess right now, even though both of them are phenomenal players, and either of them deserves the W. I guess I'm just having to make a decision right now because the person I wanted out has immunity, and I don't want my decision to not include my chances of winning at the end. So, you have an idol? Good.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Andy thinks you have an idol.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, good. He told me Jess's name. Delaney has an idol this round that she's playing on herself, and she told me that she's going to have Jess think it's Mary Ellen, and me tell Jess it's Mary Ellen, so the two of them vote for Mary Ellen, and then I vote for Jess with Mary Ellen and Andy. How are you feeling? Because I know we just had a conversation where
I'm playing the idol for myself.
Good.
If that means that Jess goes home, it's not my vote that sent her home. Okay. And I'm still in alliance with her.
I think that's super valid. And then you'll 100% get her vote from the jury, which, we want it to be a fair fight.
So if I play my idol and no votes were cast on me, like, silly, but
Jess. And I told Mary Ellen that Andy said Jess's name's going to, so.
I'm gonna go Mary Ellen.
Okay.
Because I'm not.
Y'all can make it up next round, and Andy will think that y'all are fighting, maybe. I don't know.
That who is fighting?
That y'all are fighting if you vote for her, and if you all just reconcile next round, and then Andy might think there's other things to capitalize on. He might not be. I mean, there's also maybe fire making next round, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do that, so please let's go to the next round and help each other, please. Okay.
I told Jess, I said, fine with you, I want you in that. But if she goes home, and Mary Ellen stays with me, I'd be happy to go to final two with you three.
Right. You're the person I want at the end, right?
Yeah, that's my
and
main
it's just
goal.
a matter of getting there. It might very well be us with Andy.
It might be yes.
And I'm very prepared for that.
Yeah,
just so you
I
know.
am too.
Yeah.
I am too. I mean, of course, he's played a really.
I think we have a better shot than him too, do we?
You think so?
I think between you and me we do. And I want a fun little.
I want one of us to win.
Me too.
I do too.
Okay. What do I say right now to Jess? Should I say it's on Delaney and she should play it on you? Sorry, because so Jess came to me and she was like, because she knows that I overheard just right behind you guys go to dinner next to you guys. So she was like, I mean, she has an idol, so go figure out who Andy's playing it on. What should I say to her?
Well, she knows you know.
Yeah, so I'll just say I think it's Delaney, and then we'll get her, and you won't. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Want me to say Mary Ellen? Okay.
Yeah.
To Jess.
Do
you think she'll believe that it's Mary Ellen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You. Oh my god. And then you and.
She'll vote for you.
All right, come on in. Now we'll bring in the jury. Trisha, Stephanie, Justin, Will, Mike, and Dan voted out of the last tribal. All right, is there anything that anybody wants to start off by talking about?
Down to one bench.
Great.
Glad to be sitting on it.
Great.
And
All right.
I'm very, very happy to have this beautiful necklace once again.
For the third time.
I'm very
time,
upset that
yeah.
I gave him part of that.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little help from your friends. That's how I get by.
So this is the last round that any idols can be played. How is that coming into your strategy?
You're always thinking about it. You're hoping it doesn't, but you always have to plan if it does, and all the scenarios if it does, and then you have to just have your scenarios in front of you and pick the one that you think will get you to the next element in the game.
Anybody else?
Hasn't there been one like played every freaking round? I don't see why this one would be different.
It feels like it, but
So how do you feel about going into the next tribal where there will not be any idols?
Even more vulnerable.
I mean, as someone who doesn't like have them, I would love to have other people not have them. I mean,
Like Jess called it out last tribal. Apparently I'm being perceived as a big threat. At least by Jess. I would, I feel that if I don't somehow maintain the streak, if the streak breaks, I feel like it's a small chance. I got slim chances going forward. So, the fact that there's not even a second safety net out there is not the best feeling, So, I would like there, if they want to change the rule, we can do whatever,
Not a chance. So let's talk about last tribal now, with the vote not being unanimous.
I'm thinking someone changed their mind last minute because I didn't even know about it. So I was pretty shocked as well.
You didn't know who was.
I didn't realize Dan was gonna be going home, so someone must have changed their mind last minute. Is what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure who.
So, do you want to say? Do you feel comfortable saying who you thought was going home?
Delaney, and we've talked. I mean, she knows she's a strong player, and you know she's won immunity, and you know she's loved by the jury. You know she's got a lot of friends on the jury, and she's a good person and very lovable. So yeah, she's definitely a strong person.
Delaney, how does that feel?
I'm like, no, I'm not. It's very kind, thank you. I mean, gameplay-wise, I don't want to claim that, but it's really sweet of you. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have much to say. I feel like going forward, it's just, we're just hanging by and just trying to get that immunity necklace until we get to the end. And hopefully I have people that like me on the jury. I like everybody on the jury, and I like everybody here. I don't know, it's been tricky. Like, the vote outs have been really tricky for me. Exciting and whatnot, but just emotional. Yeah, I just get attached to people, and it's been hard to separate that and just move forward in a game.
All right. So, Mary Ellen, last vote you played your shot in the dark. Can you talk more about that?
Well, I just, because I've been on the bottom for so long, I just assumed that they'd be voting me out. So, and I had heard my name was kind of floating around. So I said I'd also take the opportunity to use my shot in the dark and take my chances, but it wasn't me. So I'm thankful.
Who do you all trust in this game?
No one.
Yeah, you shouldn't trust anybody.
Who do you trust the most in this game?
Who has immunity right now?
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah, I trust myself the most too.
Yeah.
It's all perception. Who you think you trust the most doesn't necessarily trust you the most.
Mm-hmm.
And it changes. You can talk to someone and then talk to the next person, and then your trust changes. So it's ever moving. You can't really say at any one time.
You don't trust what people say. You trust that people are going to do what's best for them. And if you can guess what they think is best for them, then you can trust that they're going to do that.
That was a good answer, Andy. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before we vote? All right, it's time to vote. Andy, you're up.
So I guess there's talk that Delaney has an idol. I don't fully buy it. Matt says he saw it. Well, I'd still like to go for Delaney even if she does have an idol, because the offhand chance that she doesn't, like, I don't care who goes home. Well, I would like Delaney to go home, but if she doesn't, other than that, like, I don't really care. I told Jess I'm gonna vote for. These thoughts are all happening live, so we'll see. Yeah, if I
Space to think for a second. So that would be. So if Matt, Mary Ellen, and Andy votes for me, that's 3. Me and hopefully Jess vote for Mary Ellen. I
play my idol. Mary Ellen goes home. I have numbers with Matt. Numbers with Matt. I can then take hopefully. Oh my fucking god, I don't know.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has an idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I might totally, actually, no. I'm not going to regret doing this because I feel like I've played a really good game, and it'll be an even better game if I can pull this off. And if I don't pull it off, then I'm totally okay with that, but this is for Jess.
Oh! This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Jess will not count. Anybody else? Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Delaney. Jess, does not count. That's one vote, Delaney. Mary Ellen. That's one vote, Delaney. One vote, Mary Ellen. Jess, does not count. One vote, Delaney. One vote, Mary Ellen. One vote left. 12th person voted out of Surviving Maine 2022, and the 7th member of our jury, Mary Ellen.
What? Good game, Marianne.
Oh my god, dude, look at my laptop. That's freaking goosebumps. Amazing.
Great game, right?
All right, Mary Ellen, the tribe has spoken.
Thank you.
All right, you can head to your flag.
I'm sad. I really am. I said I wasn't gonna get emotional, but I made it to Final 5. Nothing in my wildest dreams I think I'd get this far. My goal was actually to get to the jury, and then I got way beyond that. I am so proud of myself. And I believe I'm the oldest player, so that's awesome. But kudos to Delaney. That is an awesome move, and I am so proud of her. It's like, that's great, and I'm glad it worked. Well, I'm not glad it worked out, but it's just a great move, you know. And that's what Survivor's about, making big moves like that. So no hard feelings, and I am so proud on what I did out here with the competitions, camping out. I enjoyed every moment, and meeting these people. They're all awesome. So I can't be mad. It's no hard feelings, and it's great.
This is going to be another vote that is wrong. Another wrong vote for me. But keep on shooting.
Voting for Jess, because we think Delaney has an idol. So this is what we're doing.
I missed once, and I hope this works this time. You are a phenomenal player.
This is for you, Mary Ellen. I hope I'm about to make the right move, but I respect you and I adore you, and I'm having a lot of fun with you.
Girl, you are a badass.
Just a good luck to everybody that's remaining, and thank you, Survivor Maine, for this wonderful opportunity.